Hello, it be I, Carrie, the wary one, and I am here. We are gathered here today to share an infamous, interesting, introspective, the lore of the Infinite World Championship Shots code. Now, this is not a video game code. No, 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 no. This is a code that has been used for the last 20 some odd years in WWE. Let's talk about that for a minute. So at some point 20 years ago, when the internet was in its infamy, a mysterious code was discovered that allowed the user to receive unlimited World Championship matches in WWE. Triple H was the first one, the original, to use this code and discovered while tinkering with the Triple H That Damn Good DVD Easter eggs. He used it for several years before passing it on to his protege, Batista, literally whispering in his ear as he was being pinned by him at WrestleMania 21, the code. Now, Batista had quite a career and he continued using it for several years of himself, making himself a megastar before eventually being Hollywood bound. And in a generous move, deciding to share it with his favorite indie wrestler, a man then known as currently known as Jon Moxley, his favorite indie wrestler and fellow Titty Master, although he eventually be known as Dean Ambrose, WWE, where he would use the code. However, while still on the indies, and after a particularly bloody death match and very tired, it seems that Dean Ambrose left the paper out with the code, and that was found by one Tyler Black. Tyler Black, as you know him, maybe Seth Rollins, he would also use that for several years, along with Dean, so it suggests that Dean did have the code either written somewhere else, perhaps he has it tattooed somewhere, perhaps Seth just wrote the paper down, didn't take the paper. We don't know, but he definitely used it, though not as much as Seth would use it. It's important to note, however, fortunately for Seth, similar to, let me read it before, he used it, but just like his faithful dick pic, his rightfully scorned ex-fiance stole the paper to give to his mortal wrestling foe, Roman Reigns. Well, she didn't get the dick pic, but you know what I mean. She gave that code to Roman Reigns. Fortunately, Seth Rollins is a drip god with total recall, so he still remembered the code without the paper. Now, Roman used it until he actually got sick, constantly being the one of the few getting title matches. Go figure. And so he actually put it on a website behind the firewall, seemingly with the intention to eventually give it to somebody up and coming, but it was decoded by none other than Chris Jericho. Break the walls down. However, in a bit of old-minded, naiveness, I think I meant to say. Excuse my French. He wrote it on his infamous list. The stupid idiot. And Goldberg just happened to see this list on one random Raw. However, he and Seth both currently hold the code. However, furthermore, henceforth, recent actions suggest that Seth Rollins may have forgotten the code, like having to win a Fatal 4-Way ladder match, yet still having to fight in a Fatal 5-Way match at a pay-per-view to just receive title shots. Goldberg, however, seems to have the code quite memorized, or at least written down somewhere safe, since he just seems to keep getting title shots. And then you know the lore of the Unlimited World Championship Shot Code. Now, you have to ask yourself, is there anybody else who might use this code? Has there anybody who maybe has shared it that we don't know about? Maybe Triple H shared it with Randy Orton at the time. We don't know. Maybe Moxley shared it with the people and maybe he just forgot. But it would seem to be these are the main names. We have Triple H, The Shield, and Goldberg, and Batista. And obviously Cena to some extent, but perhaps Cena just didn't need the code. Perhaps the code is what was on his shirt back in the day. Food for thought. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this story. This wonderful lore of wrestling history. Who knows where the code will go now? Maybe Goldberg will retire and never give it to anybody. Maybe Roman Reigns' firewall will be broken in. Maybe he will share it with his own protege. Maybe he already has. We don't know. But, till next time, thanks for watching.